In this lecture, we will study about velocity of steam flowing through the nozzle, condition for maximum discharge through the nozzle, as well as maximum mass flow rate. So, consider a unit mass flow of steam through a nozzle. Let V1 is the velocity of steam at the entrance of the nozzle in meters per second. Similarly, V2 is the velocity of steam at any section considered in meters per second. H1 is the enthalpy in kilojoules per kg. H2 is the enthalpy at the section considered in kilojoules per kg. We know that for a steady flow process in a nozzle, H1 plus 1 upon 1000 into V1 square by 2 is equal to H2 plus 1 by 1000 into V2 square by 2 plus losses. It is from the in a steady flow energy equation. We are equation here the for the energy and on per unit mass basis. Neglecting the losses in the nozzle, it is equal to 1 by 1000 into V2 square by 2 minus V1 square by 2 is equal to H1 minus H2. So this equation gives the V2 is equal to square root V1 plus 2000 H1 minus H2, which is equal to V1 square plus 2000 into HD. Here HD is enthalpy or total heat drop during expansion of steam in a nozzle, and which is equal to H1 minus H2. Since the entrance velocity or velocity of approach is negligible as compared to V2, therefore from equation 1 we can neglect that value V1. So it gives V2 equal to square root 2000 HD, which is equal to 44.72 square root 2000 into HD. In actual practice, there is always a certain amount of friction present between the steam and the nozzle surfaces. This reduces the heat drop by 10 to 15%, and thus the actual velocity of steam is also reduced correspondingly. Thus, the F relation may be written as V2 is equal to 44.72 square root KSD, where K is known as the efficiency of the nozzle. Second term is the mass of steam discharged through the nozzle. We have already discussed that the flow of steam through the nozzle is isentropic, which is approximately represented by the general law PV to the power n is equal to constant. Now we know that gain in kinetic energy is written as V2 square by 2, neglecting initial velocity of steam, and heat drop, which is equal to work done during the cycle. So it is equal to n by n minus 1 P1 V1 minus P2 V2. Since gain in kinetic energy is equal to heat drop, therefore V2 square by 2 is equal to n by n minus 1 P1 V1 minus P2 V2. And that is written as n by n minus 1 into P1 V1. We have taken this term out. So 1 minus P2 V2 by P1 V1. Suppose this is equation number 1. Now we know that P1 into V1 to the power n equal to P2 into V2 to the power n. This is for the polytropic process. So V2 by V1 is equal to P1 by P2 whole to the power 1 upon n, which is equal to P2 by P1 to the power minus 1 upon n. We have taken the reciprocal of P1 by P2 here, so the power has been changed by minus 1 upon n. And that gives V2 is equal to V1, P2 by P1 to the power minus 1 upon n. Suppose this is equation number 2. Substituting this value of V1 by V2 by V1 in equation number 1 gives us V2 square by 2 is equal to n by n minus 1 into P1 V1, and in bracket 1 minus P2 by P1 into P2 by P1 to the power minus 1 upon n. On solving, it gives n by n minus 1 into P1 V1 in bracket 1 minus P2 by P1 n minus 1 upon n. So V2 is equal to the square root of 2 into n by n minus 1 P1 V1 in bracket 1 minus P2 by P1 whole to the power n minus 1 upon n. Suppose this is equation number 3. Now the volume of steam flowing per second is equal to cross-sectional area of the nozzle into velocity of steam, that is area into velocity, and volume of 1 kg of steam, that is specific volume of steam at pressure P2 is equal to V2 cubic meter per kg. So mass of steam discharged through a nozzle per second is written as m is equal to volume of steam flowing per second to the volume of 1 kg of steam at pressure P2, and the m is written in from the F relation A V2 by V2, which is equal to A by V2 in the square root 2 n by n minus 1 P1 V1 in bracket 1 minus P2 by P1 to the power n minus 1 upon n. Substituting here the value of V2 from equation 2, and that gives m equal to A upon V1 into P1 by P2 to the power minus 1 upon n in the bracket 2n by n minus 1 p1 v1 in bracket 1 minus p2 by p1 to the power n minus 1 upon n. Now m is equal to a upon v1, and here the term has been reversed, so p2 by p1 to the power 1 upon n, the remaining term is the same. Further a that m equal to a square root, inside the square root this power will become double, so p2 by p1 to the power 2 by n, 2 into n by n minus 1 p1 v1 into 1 minus p2 by p1 to the power n minus 1 upon n, and that gives m is equal to a square root 2n by n minus 1 into p1 v1 upon v1 in bracket p2 by p1 to the power 2 upon n minus p2 by p1 to the power n plus 1 upon n. So the next term comes condition for maximum discharge through a nozzle, that is critical ratio. A nozzle is normally designed for maximum discharge by designing a certain throat pressure, which produces this condition. So let P1 is initial pressure of steam in Newton per square meter, P2 is the pressure of steam at the throat, Newton per square meter, and V1 is the volume of 1 kg of steam at pressure P1. So also V2 is equal to volume of 1 kg of steam at pressure P2 in cubic meter. A is the cross sectional area of the nozzle at the throat. So we have derived an equation in the previous section that the mass of steam discharged through the nozzle is given by relation m is equal to a square root 2n by n minus 1 into p1 by v1 in bracket p2 by p1 to the power 2 upon n minus p2 by p1 to the power n plus 1 upon n. So here you can see here only in the relation p2 by p1 is value which is not constant, and the remaining values are the constant. So to find the maximum discharge, we can differentiate this equation with respect to p2 by p1 and equating it to 0. So d upon d p2 by p1 in bracket p2 by p1 to the power 2 upon n minus p2 by p1 to the power n plus 1 upon n equal to 0, or 2 by n p2 by p1 to the power 2 upon n minus 1 minus n plus 1 upon n into p2 by p1 to the power n plus 1 upon n minus 1 equal to 0. So the power has been reduced by 1 as per the rule of the differentiation. So 2 upon n p2 by p1 to the power 2 minus n upon n equal to n plus 1 upon n p2 by p1 to the power 1 upon n. Further p2 by p1 to the power 2 minus 1 upon n 2 minus n upon n into p2 by p1 to the power minus 1 upon n, and on solving these all terms we get the p2 by p1 to the power 1 minus n upon n equal to n plus 1 by 2, and further p2 by p1 equal to n plus 1 upon 2 equal to the n upon 1 minus n, that is equal to n plus 1 upon 2 n upon minus n minus 1. Here 1 minus n, and we have taken negative sign here, so in bracket is n minus 1. So it gives p2 by p1 equal to 2 by n plus 1 whole to the power n upon n minus 1. The ratio P2 by P1 here is known as the critical pressure ratio, and the pressure P2 at the throat is known as the critical pressure. Now the maximum value of discharge per second is obtained by the substituting value of P2 in equation number 1. So the maximum discharge max equal to a square root 2n by n minus 1 into p1 by v1 in bracket 2 by n plus 1 whole to the power 2 upon n minus 1 minus 2 upon n plus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 upon n minus 1, and further a square root 2n by n minus 1 into p1 by v1 into 2 upon n plus 1 to the power 2 upon n minus 1 we have taken out, so it is 1 minus 2 upon n plus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 upon n minus 1 minus 2 upon n minus 1. On further solving, so a square root 2n by n minus 1 into p1 by v1 into 2 upon n plus 1 to the power 2 upon n minus 1 in bracket 1 minus 2 upon n plus 1. We have solved this power here. So finally it gives the maximum discharge mx equal to a square root 2n by n plus 1 into p1 by v1 into 2 upon n plus 1 to the power 2 upon n minus 1. This is the final equation. So we see from the equation that in the convergent divergent nozzle, the discharge depends upon the area of the nozzle at the throat and the initial condition of the steam, i.e. that is the pressure and the volume. It is independent of the exit condition of the steam. It is thus obvious that the discharge remains constant after the throat in the divergent portion of the nozzle. This equation derived above are also true for the gases also. Now values for maximum discharge through a nozzle. In the last article we have derived equation for the maximum discharge. It is equal to a square root 2n by n plus 1 into p1 by v1 into 2 upon n plus 1 to the power